So I got this because somebody posted a picture and they asked the question, and it was like a really interesting question to me. Um, so not only are we going to talk about it, but people who are watching this, I would love to get your opinion on how you feel about this. But the question is, do you think a Jedi could lift Thor's hammer?
Do you want to start us off?
Yeah, does anybody want to go first?
I'll go first. So
Okay.
obviously, I'm taking this question as obviously not every Jedi. But do I think a Jedi could do it? Yes. I think someone like Obi-Wan and Yoda, to be specific, I think they're pure-hearted enough that they could, or I'm sorry, worthy enough that they could lift the hammer. Obviously, I think when Anakin was younger, he might have been able to do it. Um, I said maybe. Well,
We're both like, no,
I,
that was
you know what? Yeah, you're probably right because Anakin had issues.
deep.
Anakin had issues early on.
Yeah.
Um, could Qui-Gon do it? Because Qui-Gon, like, he was kind of in, like, yes, he was a Jedi, but he wasn't, like, uh, I wouldn't say he was as strong in the light as someone as, like, Obi-Wan and Yoda. And then, I'm drawing a blank here, but Samuel L. Jackson's character...
Mace Windu.
Thank you. He couldn't do it either, because he was, like, in the middle. Like, if you read some of the books from the comics, he actually did practice some of the dark side.
Yeah, he pulls from both.
He pulls from both. So yeah, I do think some Jedi could do it. I don't know if a majority of them could do it though. So that's my thought on that.
For me, I think I'm trying to figure out how I want to phrase my answer. I think a person who is also a Jedi might do it, but I think the Jedi and what we see are kind of inherently flawed. That I don't think any of them, just like I don't think a Jedi in terms of a Jedi, just generically like speaking, will ever be worthy enough to lift Thor's hammer. That being said, I do think there are specific people or like persons who, as a person, not necessarily like as a Jedi, does that make sense? I think are worthy. So, do I think a Jedi could do it? No. Do I think just a person who uses the Force and things like that? Yes.
I'm gonna kind of piggyback off of that. I would say the way I was thinking about it is, I think a Jedi has the potential to do it.
That's good. That's a good way to say it.
As we've seen them on display throughout these films so far, especially with the prequels being the major.
Oh, especially the prequels. None of those.
Like
folks.
the most that we've seen.
Well, maybe Obi-Wan,
I don't
love Obi-Wan.
think so. But I even think with him.
You don't even think Obi-Wan can do it?
I'm gonna explain. I think at least as he is in the prequels, maybe as the older Obi-Wan. But I'm gonna center in this. I'm kind of basing off of the first Thor movie. He gets the hammer stripped away from him. Everything, basically, like his cardinal sin, I would say, is kind of rooted in arrogance for Thor
right.
At that point, between arrogance and just being foolhardy and just like, I don't want to say bloodlust, but just living for the battle and everything like that. And I think you can honestly attribute a lot of those same qualities to the fall of the Jedi as it's seen in the prequels.
But
I feel like they have a lot of the same root issues.
But I don't think you could attribute that to Obi-Wan. Like, yes, it was the overall fall of the Jedi, I would agree. But I don't think you could necessarily attribute that to Obi-Wan and Yoda. Because Obi-Wan, he didn't really want to be in the war. He was just a Jedi, and that's kind of what he had to do. And he raised Anakin the best that he could. I think him and Yoda kind of would be worthy enough, because it's not that you have to be perfect in order to to raise the hammer. But I think their motive or their personality, I guess, would be good enough that they would be able to raise it.
I was gonna kind of say something similar to that actually, is along like your lines of you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be worthy, and I feel like Obi-Wan would be worthy because while he's not perfect, and there's certainly like things just like in the Jedi mentality that aren't the best, but by the end of episode 3, like towards the end, towards the middle of stuff, he basically just, even though like he finds out about Annie and Padme and things like that, like he's still 100%. If that's basically his kid, like he raised Annie, right? And so he still is able to take both sides, his Jedi side, and also kind of balance it with his more human side, and kind of see like that there's strain there and recognize the struggle in Annie and still appreciate that and still fight for him 100%. Because that's how they refer to him in that one. So that's why I just want to say the full thing.
Annie.
Because I'm talking fast. And so I think that like his ability to see that there are flaws and want to change and also recognize flaws in Anakin and want to help and try to bring him back.
Uh-oh.
My bad. Sorry. I don't know what happened.
Me either.
It just like cuts us off after so many like hours. It's like you're done. But yes. Anyway, so I think it's more like you said, Sai, like you don't have to be perfect. It's just like, are you somebody who is worthy enough to wield it? And I think he has displayed through like his ability to hold both things that he is worthy. Like his heart is worthy enough to hold that.
I will concede with you on the Obi-Wan thing. I do. You guys make good arguments, and that was the only one.
I don't feel that way about Yoda, though.
He was the only one.
Kill me, but I don't.
I felt like, you know what, he might be fine.
Yeah, I don't think that way about Yoda.
Yoda, like, there's that whole conversation. I think it's in episode 2, maybe it's 3, where him and Mace and Obi-Wan's there too, but they are revealing like we probably should tell the Senate our ability to like use the Force to observe
and
what's going
like,
on
nah,
has
it'll
diminished.
be fine.
And yeah, so that's to me that's foolhardy. They're arrogant.
Yeah.
So to me that's too much evidence that like no. So maybe
I don't
Yoda on Dagobah maybe, but
well that's just because there's not much there.
Yeah,
all that's left is.
But that's my point. I think he's, especially that character, has given evidence that no.
Yeah, no, I don't think Yoda either, but I do 100% think Obi-Wan.
Okay, I can agree with that, but I am curious what other people's thoughts is, because I saw that question and it's a very intriguing question because the Jedi, they do have flaws. As much as they want to fight for good, they're still they're not all human, but like they're still beings, and nobody's perfect, and we all make our mistakes.
Right.
And so, obviously nobody on the dark side, though. I don't think anybody on that side would be worthy.
And the same thing, like the ones that like kind of waver, kind of use both. Like
granted, it is interesting because Hela, technically, even though she destroyed the hammer, she could lift it. Technically.
I don't know if that's the same as if catching gets the same as.
Well, no, I'm saying like.
Because isn't the point is you're supposed to be able to wield it, not just.
No, I get that, but I'm saying technically, because she used it before Thor, technically, and she was definitely on the more dark side.
Kind of.
Yeah, so it's just a curious question, and it crosses it covers some of my interest as a nerd. Comic books, Star Wars.
No, it's a great question.
I'd like to explore this with some DC characters at some point, at a later date.
Oh Jesus!
Why is that crazy? Why is that?
Because we're just gonna start with basically, can Superman
live?
No, that's not what I want to focus on.
We're not gonna do this though. All right.
Gosh.
Maybe
all
another
right.
time.
No, we won't do it then. Never mind. Everybody is very anti that. All right.
I don't care that we do it. It's just I kind of know right off the bat, like the first person we talk about would probably be Superman.
That was not. I was going to take that off the table because, I already have my opinions on that. I want to focus on other heroes.
Oh, okay, all right. I can be wrong.
Let's have your assumption.
I do
know.
I do think it's an interesting conversation.
It is.
I would. It was interesting when you first brought it up. I just thought it was like my mind went to. I know his first person he's gonna want to talk about is Superman. If I'm wrong about that,
that's why we both rolled our eyes. We're like, yeah, gee, wonder what
if I'm wrong about that, that's fine. That doesn't make it less interesting. I think it would. I think the Superman thing would be like a quick yes.
Can he do it? Yup. All right.
Yeah, I don't think that part of the conversation would be hard. I think we all could agree that yes, Superman as he's.
It didn't need to be discussed. It wasn't going to be on the table. I want to take out a look at other heroes.
Okay.
All right. We'll do that.
But anyway, that is the last topic conversation. Anybody else have anything to add or talk about?
I don't believe so. I think that's it for this installment.
All right. Want to hit us with the outro?
Sure thing. All right, everybody. Thank you for once again taking some time to listen to us. Hope you enjoyed the topics. Remember to go ahead, give us your thoughts, comments, and everything, whether it's on Facebook, on our page, or on our group, or on YouTube. Let us know what you're thinking about what we had to say. If you agree with us, disagree, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Be sure to follow us on social media, our different accounts, and on YouTube, so you can always be the first aware of when we drop a new video. But that's going to be it for now. We will see you guys soon. Signing off again, I am Charles. Next to me we have Kelsey, and then remotely we got Sai. We loved having time together, and looking forward to see you guys again.
Bye, guys.
Bye. All right, we are done.